Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
You've got dreams. Might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
The Oilers would love to come in and pull off an upset, while the Dragons are hoping to maintain pace in the region standings. Warren hosts Oil City in a District 10 boys soccer matchup next on your daily local on the YDL Sports Network.
Providing in-depth audio, video, and written coverage of high school and small college sports across Western Pennsylvania. The YDL Sports Network. If you love sports, this is the place to be.
Good early evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, here from War Memorial Field in Warren, as the Dragons are getting set to host Oil City in a District 10 boys soccer matchup. This is the Casella pregame show. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. Today's game stream is powered by Oil Country Crates. Your products are protection, oilcountrycrates.com, and you're on the Warren Tire Center drive to the game. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort. Give them a call, 814-723-8050. Welcome into the AGI Industry Storage Containers broadcast booth. AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental. Brian Hagberg with you on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network, and very pleased to welcome into our AGI Industry Storage Containers broadcast booth for the first time, Mr. Cody Bupp. And Cody, pleasure to have you here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Brian. It's been itching to get back following these guys and writing about the boys and girls, helping. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun to watch this team especially grow as the season's gone on.
And coming off a big win the other night down in Meadville, if you're Warren and Coach Stephen Blair, how do you make sure you don't come into this game against a struggling Oil City team and walk into that what they call trap game all the time?
That was one of the first questions when I sat down with him yesterday and said, it's unfortunately it's a kind of a byproduct of the classification in the region. And with the way the scheduling is where they've had the General McLean, the McDowell bunched together. You kind of go on this run where you have a struggling Oil City, Erie, Franklin teams. It was, hey, we still have our aspirations of what we want to do. We're still in contention for a region championship, which is goal number one. But at the end of the day, we want to be playing our best soccer. And to do that, we got to play these last games week by week. It's like it's a 1-0 game.
Taking the old James Franklin approach, though we 1-0 every week. And, and when you look at this Oil City team, I mean, obviously they've only scored 2 goals over their last 7 games. How do you get that offense going against a stronger opponent and on the road?
Well, that was one thing that I had asked Stephen. I said, you're in year 3 of building. This is the first year for the Oil City head coach here. And what was the program like? And the one thing he said, hey, I had a really good conversation with him when we were down in Oil City a couple weeks ago. And the program at Oil City was more viewed of hey, this is an extra sport that the school offers. Come out, and it's almost like a club type of aspect. Not a lot of structure, just come out and compete. And now they have a coach that's trying to teach the game and teach a structure and get some athletes over there as well. A lot of their athletes are obviously going to the football field on Friday night, but being able to retain some of those kids over here, and it can be a frustrating opponent because they know that they're going to lack offensive. So they kind of go into defensive shells. And then you as an opponent get frustrated because, hey, we should be scoring goals and goals and we just can't do it. And you start forcing things.
Well, yeah. I mean, when they met a couple of weeks ago down in Oil City, it was a 10-0 Warren victory. And so you got to think that in the back of their heads, right, those guys are going to come out here today and go, hey, we should be double digits in goals again, and should be kind of fairly easy sailing as far as the offense goes. But like you said, if you get into a team that kind of starts forming that shell defensively, how do you avoid that frustration from a mental aspect and just keep going forward?
Right. And, kind of going back to what you'd asked earlier, that was the one key that he said separates last year's team and this year's team is this team starts fast. They're able to get out. They're not chasing points. They're not playing 0-0 games. They're able to kind of play with the lead, play into the structure and the formations that they want to, and make teams come to them rather than having to be the aggressor all the time and play from behind. So that starting fast is going to be a key point for tonight is, hey, can we get out? Can we get guys going? Can we get the offensive flow? There'll be a couple injuries, guys out. So some new faces and names that we'll call tonight, but big reps as you come down the home stretch. Any of those guys could come in and play a minute, 2 minutes, be a guy that has to take a PK. You never know come the postseason.
Well, yeah. And that's, really these kind of games when you look at them on paper and it's clearly overmatched opponent, provide a great opportunity to get some of those, younger players, your depth players, some quality minutes, against a varsity opponent. So like you said, if you get into a playoff atmosphere or something and somebody gets hurt or whatever, it's not shell shock when you get in the game.
Right. And I remember having those conversations with John Sittler after football games on Friday nights. Like, well, what do you think? Those kids just got 10 more reps, things that you can't replicate in practice out here. It's minutes, it's passes, it's, hey, remember a week ago when you went out and were able to play in a varsity game? You can do it. It's building that confidence into the kids because, like you said, at any case, that number could be called and you're the next man up.
Well, and we both played sports and all that stuff in high school. And, that first time you step foot on a varsity field or court or, whatever your sport is, the first time you step foot there, the butterflies are there, that's a whole new experience. And if you can get it in a game where, it's not critical that you be your absolute best out of the gate, then that can make you better down the road.
No doubt, and being able to do it at home, sprinkling in those kids doing it at home rather than maybe on a road setting where the game's a little bit closer. It's in front of your peers and your family, and coming down the home stretch. And that's one thing Stefan had talked about too, is just the contributors at every level that he has. He has got a strong senior group. Juniors that are critical to the team's success because they have to kind of be those dudes, as he called them, the kids that can step in and make an impact. And then the sprinkling in, as he had said at the beginning of the year to me, hey, this team's only going to go as far as we get from those younger kids coming in. You're seeing the sophomores and the freshman names start popping up in these write-ups.
All right, with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Casella pregame show. It's high school soccer on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information.
We think Ross Becker Insurance is a place for you and for your family, for your individuals, for your businesses, because we want to be your insurance advisor. We're local, we're knowledgeable, we have contracts with all different insurance carriers to customize and fit the right insurance program for your needs. We're here, you can come sit down with us, talk to us one-on-one, sit across from the kitchen table, sit across from our desks, and we can give you good insurance advice, how you can save money, where you don't want to save money and skimp out on coverage. And so we're there to help balance that and give you good insurance advice, good risk management advice. So after you have a claim disaster, you can have confidence that your family, your businesses, your cars, your assets are best protected.
Make 2025 the year you take the next step in your career with the Clinical Medical Assistant Program or Professional Development Seminars at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. Learn how to make college affordable at the Financial Aid Seminar or grow your personal skill set with Fall Country Brunch and Event Planning Made Easy classes. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register. The Warren Forest High Ed Council, your access to lifelong learning.
Welcome back to the Casella pregame show. We're just about 2.5 minutes away from the start of this boys soccer contest as Warren hosts Oil City. Brian Hagberg, Cody Bupp with you on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. And Cody, let's take a look now at our Howard Hanna Professionals keys to the game. Howard Hanna Professionals can help you get the keys to a new home. Call 814-726-2000 or visit howardhannaprofessionals.com.
Yeah, and I think for Warren, it's going to be that fast start, as Coach Blair talked about with me yesterday. That's kind of the key coming down the home stretch here. It's continuing to play well, and it's getting that offense with Quinn Norris, Mason Warner, Gabe is going to sprinkle in there a little bit, and Jack Chapman as well. Kind of those guys that he said, hey, we now have some legit scoring threats 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's getting out to that fast start, and for Oil City, it's going to be what type of,
Yeah.
can you survive that early attack and kind of just settle into the game. And as we said, they're playing a little bit better soccer. They're figuring each other out and, trying to just frustrate Warren. I think you break the game into small little quarters and, hey, we're just trying to win this one. Can we get through that? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened? What do we need to do? All right, now let's win the next one.
Yeah, if you can survive that kind of early onslaught, and then it becomes hey, maybe we're in their head a little bit, and now we can go on the attack. And those are our Howard Hanna Professionals keys to the game. As we're just under 2 minutes away from the start of this one, they're going to be announcing the starting lineups here in just a moment. Want to remind you that our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Rouse. Rouse is caring for generations. Visit rouse.org to find out more. Our board is powered by Seneca Generation. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community. And you're looking at the Venango County View of the Field. Your View of the Field tonight is brought to you by Venango County, where there's always something to see and do. Visit them online, venangocountypas.gov. And our first half tonight is brought to you by Elwood National Forge. It's never too soon nor too late to set another goal or dream another dream. If now's the time for you, Elwood National Forge can help. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including a 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Zeldin Crouch.
As they're now announcing the starters for Oil City.
Senior, number 6, Derek Jones.
So that was number 5, Zeldin Crouch.
Junior,
Announced first.
number
6, Derek
Max
Jones coming
Ringo.
up. Followed by number 7, Max
Number 12,
Lingo.
Morris Woodhouse.
Number 12,
Sophomore,
Morris
number
Woodhouse.
15, Drew Hummel.
Number 15, Drew
Junior,
Hummel.
Number 16, Will Swartz.
Number 16, Will Swartz.
Sophomore, number 18, Javon Taylor.
Number 18, Javon Taylor.
Freshman, number 19, August Giesing.
And number 19, August Giesing.
Senior, number 22, Hayden McFadden.
And number 22, Hayden McFadden. They've got some
Junior,
number
number
changes
22.
here. I see, Cody, you're checking them out as well.
Yep.
I believe that was Giesing. He was wearing 12.
Sophomore, number 32,
25.
Colton Pinto.
Jaden Watson.
And the Oilers are coached by Frank Giesing.
Number 32, Colton Fento. Rounding out Frank Giesing's lineup for the Oilers tonight.
And now for your Warren Dragons.
We'll see the starters for the
Senior,
homestanding
number
Dragons.
2, Jack Chapman.
Number 2, Jack Chapman.
Senior, number 0, Aiden Meyer.
Number 0, Aiden Meyer.
Senior, captain, number 23, Quinn Norris.
Number 23, Quinn Norris.
Senior, captain, number 25, Luke Wilkins.
25, Luke Wilkins.
Junior, number 11, Captain Carrington.
11, Trey Carrington. Had the
Junior,
game winner the other night.
Kyle Jones.
Number 10, Kyle Jones.
Sophomore, number 1, Gabe Doherty.
Number 1, Gabe Doherty.
Sophomore, number 36, Bryce Grolman.
36, Bryce Grolman.
Sophomore, number 27, Riley Morgan.
Number 27, Riley Morgan.
Number 16, Eddie Abelnack. And freshman,
Number 16, Eddie Abelnack.
77, Mason Warner.
And number 77, Mason Warner, the starters for Stephen Blair and the Dragons tonight. And, Cody, one thing I wanted to touch on as they were introducing the Oilers and looking down their roster, that entire roster, I see only 2 seniors. So that's a young team coming out here.
Right, as we talked about in the pregame show, a team that's in year 3 of a program and continuing to build and push for a district championship versus a team that's, hey, we're trying to build a roster and get a little excitement going.
And we'll step aside for just a moment for the national anthem. But yeah, like you said, this is a program that's hopefully for them on the rise, but very young and going to have a couple of years with these guys to really try to build that program and get some sustained success.
No doubt. And like I said, that's something that there again, Coach Blair talked about. We talked about the continuity of his team. It's kids that started playing travel soccer together and that have stuck together and playing in the corporate cup and all those extracurricular things that they do outside of the season, continuing to learn one another. And we'll talk about a little bit here as we get going about the structure, the team's kind of the formations that the coach wants to be able to run. And he talks about, hey, we're able to run these because of the versatility of the kids that we have. We have kids that we can plug and play. They have a lot of the same attributes. They have speed. They can play with either foot, left or right foot, which we'll probably see that with a team that's learning. Those fundamentals are going to be at 2 different levels. But really, hey, this group's tight. We're able to plug and play kids, and that's been an attribution to our success right now.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be number 0, Drew Hummel in net for the Oilers, and Aid Meyer taking his customary place in goal, also number 0 for the Dragons. A couple zeros looking to put up a couple of zeros.
Right? Uniqueness.
Yeah.
And we're off here at War Memorial Field on a beautiful Thursday night. And Oil City with a early turnover. That ball will go out of play. And as we talked about that formation that Coach Blair has tried to implement for the Dragons, playing that 4-3-2-1 structure. So for those at home, it's kind of like a Christmas tree, 4 on the back, 3-2-1 all the way up to the top. Like you said, it's complementary to the team and the roster that he has this season. So an early steal there by Trey Carrington and a long pass into the box, just too far. No, Quinn Norris is going to be able to chase it down. Norris. And a nice job there by the Oilers to thwart the first offensive attack from the Dragons. Good hustle by Quinn Norris, and he's kind of the heartbeat of this team. And a nice pass. Jack Chapman into the box. Jack Chapman. And he scores, and it's 1-0 Dragons early into the contest.
We talked about not wasting any time. And Chapman less than or just over 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, just over a minute in. I'm trying. This backwards math is not my strong suit, Cody. But either way, it was quick.
No doubt it was quick, and that's a huge milestone goal. That's number 50 in the career for Jack Chapman, the senior. And Oil City will start this off, playing the ball back. That's Swartz, and that pass is picked off by Carrington.
He's one of those players, Cody, that it always strikes me that, most of the time as we're, reading your recaps on yourdailylocal.com, he's always one of those guys leading the team in steals. But then every so often you have a game like the other night in Meadville where he scores a big goal.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No, that Trey was one of those kids that I was hoping I was going to see on Friday nights out there in the football. But he's an athlete, and Coach Blair talked about. He's one of those guys that in that midfield he can play defense. He can go out and get steals, but he can also on the flip of a button go out and provide some offense for the team. Oh. So as we were talking there, that was Lingo that played a deep ball in for Oil City. Aiden was able to come up and catch it on one hop here. So Oil City starting to settle in a little bit here, possessing the ball. And that's Woodhouse over, and that one's stolen by Chapman. Quinn Norris with a quick one-touch pass up, and that's Gabe Doherty. As Gabe enters into the 18 box, and that one is going to be saved. And a nice save there going down to a knee is Hummel. So a long throw out here to the near side to Lingo. Early on, it looks like the offense for the Oilers is going to go through number 12 Woodhouse here on the near side as that is cleared out of the box again, and we're going to have a throw in for Oil City. And then we're going to change that. Actually, it is a Dragon throw in. That's Kyle Jones with a nice throw in. Carrington tried to give a quick header pass to Chapman. That was knocked out of bounds. It'll be another Dragon throw in deep in Oil City territory. And that was Riley Morgan coming up for the throw in for the Dragons. And now the Dragons will change field and flip it. That is over to Warner. Doherty down the left side. Cut off by a couple Oil City defenders, and he'll play it back. And Gabe now dribbling through the Oiler defense. A nice pass. Just couldn't connect with Chapman. Chapman started going to his left. Gabe passed it to his right. A nice job, though. Chapman hustles back, keeps it in. A nice pass one time. And Gabe Doherty gets on the board to make it 2-0 Dragons.
Dragons goal number 1, Gabe Doherty.
Again, you mentioned it a couple of times, just the passing there, getting able to get through the Oilers defense really set up that second goal here for the Dragons. First 5 minutes of this match, and they're up 2-0.
Yeah, it's that fast start that Coach Blair was looking for, and to come out and establish your dominance early, and hopefully here we'll tack a couple more on and start calling some different names. That's Norris that forces almost an errant pass, and Warren quickly on the offensive attack again. It's Doherty up to Chapman. That ball is contested and knocked out of bounds. It'll be we're getting a Dragon corner kick. It looks like we will. That was number 5, Zeldon Crouch, knocking it out for the Oilers. So it'll be Quinn Norris teeing it up in the corner. And he'll play it up to Luke Wilkins, who came running up from his defensive spot, and his shot goes high and wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Oilers.
That was one of the things I've always wondered about is, what strategy do they go into some of those corner kicks sometimes? I mean, more often than not, right, you see them go straight in front of the net, but every so often you see that, and we're going to try to sneak something by you here.
Right, and those are those things coming down the stretch, those set pieces that become crucial. Hey, you get 4 or 5 of them in a playoff game, we got to be able to capitalize on and keep the pressure on. So definitely things also here as the game goes on to look forward for the Dragons. Say, hey, what type of corner kick pieces are they going to play with? So Carrington will corral that and play it back, and that one is stolen on the play by number 7, Max Lingo for Oil City. He clears it down the field. He was looking for number 25, Jaden Watson. Luke Wilkins was able to knock that one away. And the Dragons on the offensive attack again. Down the left side, it's Doherty. Plays it back for Riley Morgan. A nice job there by Oil City to knock it away and at least slow down the Dragon attack for a moment. And now they'll regain possession. There and again, that was 25, Jaden Watson for the Oilers, applying the pressure on ball. 34 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Dragons leading 2-0 early. And now Doherty with a kind of a tipped pass there. and it'll be a goal kick for the Oilers. It was intended for Chapman again. So early connection, as we talked about, those kind of those 4 ping pong passes between Norris, Doherty, Trey Carrington, all hopping in to apply early pressure for the Dragons. This will be Morris Woodhouse making the free kick. He'll play it up to Crouch. Crouch looks to go out to his outside, and that's stolen away by Doherty. Gabe cuts it back, looks inside, and that shot's right at the goaltender Hummel, who makes the save.
One of those few kind of long-range shots that Hummel was able to settle under here in the early going. Collision there.
Yeah, that one's going to go to Oil City. So free kick coming again for the Oilers. And it looks like Morris Woodhouse once again will take that. Wasn't sure if Gabe was going to play. He kind of got banged up in the Meadville game. So we'll see how long of a leash he has out here tonight as the Dragons are coming down the home stretch.
Well, and like you said, that's got to be one of those players that Stephen Blair is looking at. If Warren's able to add to this lead relatively quickly here, he might be first on the list to maybe sit down and get some extra minutes of rest.
No doubt. And that pass that was Riley Morgan looking for Quinn Norris down the near side, just a little bit too far. Throw in for the Oilers. And one thing that is unique is Coach Blair told me a little bit about the formation, the 4-3-2-1. It's every level has to move. And that's been the biggest thing, is teaching the kids, hey, as the defense moves, then the midfield needs to move. And those kind of 3 attackers that kind of rotate around have to move as well. It all moves together. And he's attributed a lot of that success to the film. There are a lot more diving into film and showing, kids right now want to see, hey, how am I supposed to move? I didn't do that. Oh, the film doesn't lie. Hey, you need to come up and contest that ball. And he said that's helped out immensely here this year for the Dragons. So Riley Morgan will control that one as the Dragons try to set up an attack. Chapman almost off sides, got back on, and the Oilers are able to knock that one back to their goaltender Hummel. And a nice job there by Oil City to step up and slow down that long pass. Nice job there. That is Eddie Applenap getting up into to stop the Oil City attack. Applenap, another freshman, making an impact. He's in with an injury tonight, but he did have the big game winner against General McLean just a week ago. There, and again, another kid that Coach Blair is really looking forward to, not only the remainder of this year, but 3 more seasons after.
Well, yeah, and when you can get a big game-winning goal like that as a freshman, that's got to do a lot to really build the confidence, not just through the rest of this season, but going forward too.
And that ball by the Oilers defense is played out of bounds. Kyle Jones will get the throw in for the Dragons. And tried to throw a long pass to Chapman and kind of short-armed it and one-hopped it. Quickly stolen by Oil City. And that long pass is going to be an easy stop for Hummel. 30 minutes to go here, opening half. Dragons leading 2-0. And Jack Chapman tries to get a little offensive going. Him and Gabe Doherty putting pressure on. Long-range shot goes high and wide. And that was Trey Carrington just outside the 18-yard box coming up.
And he didn't miss that one by much. There's just about a foot or two between the ball and the crossbar there.
So goal kick coming for Oil City. As Hummel plays that one out to Fento. Colton Fento plays it down the near side to Lingo, and Lingo back into the middle. That's Woodhouse with a nice move. Plays it back to Lingo, who looks for Woodhouse. And 2 Oilers now pressing on as Aiden Myers got to come out, and he boots that one high and clears for the Dragons. And that's Quinn Norris who brought it down, plays a long pass to the far side to Gabe Doherty, making a run at it, and a nice job again by the defense of Oil City to at least contest him into the box.
That last one got just a step in front of him, allowed Hummel to come up and stop the momentum.
Dragons doing a nice job, though. We've seen multiple long passes from side to side, being able to connect on them early. Now these last couple, just a couple steps out of reach. But nonetheless, something I'm going to assume that Coach Blair said, hey, let's try to work on this. As Quinn Norris hops into the action, and Quinn Norris' shot deflected, and it goes wide. It'll be a corner kick for the Dragons.
Thought I couldn't see who that was on the far side, but I thought he was going to have a chance at a redirect off the rebound there. It just went out of his reach.
Yeah, I think that was Gabe Doherty coming in again. There and again, Dragons all over the Oilers here early. 29 minutes to go in the first half of the match. And that corner kick, I'm going to assume by the body language there that Quinn mishit that one.
Yeah.
Oil City quickly cleared it out. He'll get another redo here for the Dragons. That one into the middle of the box, deflected shot from outside, and it goes wide. And the Dragons once again will have another corner kick.
Well, you talked about this is one of those games where they get a chance to work on their set plays. They've had a chance to do 3 of them right in a row here.
And this one's going to go a little bit further. A running start there for Gabe, and he just missed that one and deflected it wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Oilers. So the Oilers defense able to withstand and can at least contest and making the Dragons earn these goals early on in the contest. Pressure there by Chapman. Long range shot by Gabe Doherty is deflected wide. And once again, Dragons another corner kick being awarded here on the near side. It'll be Quinn Norris again.
This was a nice job by Hummel to get a hand on that one, though. Get it out of the way and give his team another chance to play some defense here.
You know, like you said, a nice job there. And if I'm Oil City, I'm content. Hey, take those shots all you want from that 16, 18-yard range. And that one is headed outside and over the net. It'll be a goal kick for the Oilers. As both players there kind of swung and missed. And it ends up to Lingo, makes a nice move down the near side, plays a long through ball. That's Woodhouse chasing it down with Luke Wilkins as Meyer comes out of the net to play that back into the middle. And the Dragons quickly on the counterattack. Plays it up to Jack Chapman. Chapman with 2 dribbles, looking for Doherty. Doherty makes a move, cuts inside, and that will slow things down and play it back. And that's Mason Warner. Warner over to Appleknap. Over to Carrington. Carrington with a through ball to Chapman, and a nice play there defensively by Oil City. That was number 16, I believe, or excuse me, 18, Javon Taylor, the sophomore, making a nice play from his midfield position. So Quinn Norris will tee up here on the corner kick from the near side, plays this one long into the box. Header, and it's in. Trey Carrington gets the goal, and the Dragons now lead 3-0.
And we talked about, Carrington known more for his steals, but comes up with a big goal there off the corner kick and puts Warren in front by 3.
And there, and again, it was one of those set pieces, corner kick. Dragons have had multiple, got a little bit closer, some good runs, and this time Carrington's able to finish that one. So 3-0 Dragons, 26-26 to go here, first half. And we're going to have a substitution. That's Colton Fento coming out for Oil City. I'm trying to get a number on who came in for him. Number 20, Preston Fink, a sophomore. So here, Chapman and Norris playing a little 1-2-man game. Norris's pass into the box is kicked wide by Gabe Doherty. Just out of reach kind of for both players. It went past Chapman, ended up on the foot of Doherty, who just missed it wide right. It'll be a goal kick for Oil City. That's Derek Jones possessing the ball for Oil City. And that'll be Mason Warner now getting it back into the middle of the Dragon attack to Riley Morgan, who plays it near side to Kyle Jones. Jones into the middle to Carrington. Carrington just misplayed that. Was looking for the through ball into Chapman, but he quickly follows his own mistake. Nice pass in the middle. Chapman is going to finish that one. A nice job there by the Dragons, playing opportunistic, able to make up for their own mistake. Trey Carrington chases down, kind of like that shooter in basketball, chasing down his own rebound, and was able to make a nice pass and a nice finish by Chapman.
And Carrington's got some good speed on him too, and comes by a lot of that naturally with his dad, one of the great wrestlers in Warren history, and Mom Wendy was a bit of an athlete herself and one of the cheerleading captains, if I'm not mistaken. couple of years ahead of me, and I know they're big fans of what we do here on Your Daily Local too. So I want to thank them for that. They're always giving us good feedback and letting us know what's going on with things.
And we had a Dragon substitution after that goal. It was number 4, Grant Newton, coming into the ball game for Chapman. And a long shot is easily saved there by Aiden Meyer. As his kick comes up to midfield, and that's Quinn Norris again. Nice pass. He saw Carrington making a run. Can Trey beat the goaltender? Plays it to his left, and it's going to trickle in. A nice play there, and again, off a nice pass from the goaltender, comes up the midfield. A nice through pass from Quinn Norris, and Trey Carrington's able to finish it. Again, it is now 5-0 Dragons.
And that was that long pass that they really have been trying to get through all half. And that time they connected on it almost perfectly and making a nice move to get around the goaltender. And then it's nothing but open net in front of them.
There again, it's that they know where each other's going. You know, it's a quick turn of the head and that ball's through. And the Dragons have done a nice job here being able to connect on those early on. This will be a throw in for Oil City just in front of their bench. Morris Woodhouse. And that ball is contested by Newton. Newton steals it and will now work down the right side.
Nice move by Newton there to maintain possession all the way through.
And there and again, another younger player that Coach Blair is looking forward to playing bigger minutes as the season comes down to an end into the postseason. This is Quinn Norris now making a move inside the box and plays it and that one's just tipped wide. That was 27. Riley Morgan trying to make a run at it, and Oil City will clear the ball. And this is Derek Jones now on the counterattack for Oil City. Down the right side, makes a move around one man, continues, and we're going to have a whistle. And I'm going to assume that ball went out of play. It did, and it'll be a Dragon throw in on the far side.
And you mentioned Newton a couple of times and Norris quite often throughout this first half. And folks that have been with Your Daily Local YDL Sports Network all through the fall, those are names very familiar to them on the volleyball court, as those ladies have a big matchup tonight in General McLean. And I know some of those fans are watching here as well and want to welcome them in and say thanks for tuning in. And
Dragons had another substitution there. That is number 9, Bill Bennett, coming in for Gabe Doherty. So we'll see if that is the end of the night.
Yeah.
23 minutes to go. Dragons leading 5-0 here in the first half at home at War Memorial Field. In a region contest. As we said, the Dragons coming down the home stretch of their schedule. They'll go on the road their next game at Erie before finishing with their last 3 at home next week. And that long pass, Hummel will come out and corral for the Oilers. This is Luke Wilkins. Luke tries to play one through. It's deflected off of the defender there. And that was off the defender, Derek Jones, and it'll be a corner kick again for the Dragons. So some new faces in the ballgame. We'll try to identify those as the game continues to go on and get everyone their due.
Unlike most other sports, you don't get a stoppage necessarily every time somebody new comes in.
And the Oilers quickly clear it, and this is Woodhouse coming the other way. Nice job there by Bennett to step up and stop Woodhouse. And that's Taylor's long through ball, unable to connect with anyone, and Meyer makes the save.
Really hasn't been tested yet at all through the first half of this first half. Has Meyer, but you know, if you're a goalkeeper, I mean, how hard is it to maintain focus and possession in a game like this, you know, when you're not seeing the ball come your way all that often?
And a nice through ball there. That's Norris playing it into the middle. Looking for Grant Newton, who's unable to make a play. One touch, and then the Oil City defender was right on top of him. And Hummel makes the save, and we'll kick that one out to midfield for the Oilers. No, as you were saying, it's the little things. It's focusing on something out there on the field. It's continuing to move, not staying still. It's all those things to keep the emotions in check as well. Because next thing you know, Oil City here has shown the ability to be on the counterattack. You just never know. And a long throw, a nice throw in down the near sideline there by number 12, Woodhouse. And that ball is going to be out of place. It'll be a throw in for Oil City. So Oil City, this will be one of the deepest they've been into Dragon territory.
And all of that from a long throw in down on this end.
Right. So that was Woodhouse looking for Watson. Now he'll throw this one into the middle. Nice play there by Riley Morgan to corral. And now the Dragons one touch again. It was up to Carrington, plays it wide to Grant Newton. Grant Newton going to make a run. And a nice job there by Woodhouse again for Oil City coming over to stop the Dragon attack. And it'll be a throw in for the Dragons. So Kyle Jones to Newton, back to Jones, who plays the ball into the box. Riley Morgan unable to make a play on it. It's still loose. Good hustle there. And again, by Riley Morgan. I have to say, Brian, the Dragons doing a good job of, hey, if we have a bad first or second touch, they're getting themselves right back into at least contest a pass or steal it back.
Well, and then you see right there the back line coming in to support, and as soon as that ball goes back to them, they're right there to fill in the gaps.
So a long throw into Carrington. And Carrington puts it right between the wickets. A little five-hole goal there. Yeah. And the Dragons now lead 6-0.
I don't think Hummel was really ready for that to be a shot. That was a sharp angle shot by Carrington.
Yeah, as he was closing into the near post, just kind of put it on. I think was probably looking for a deflection, and it ended up going right through the wickets. And Warren out to an early 6-0 lead with 19:17 to go here at War Memorial. So we'll have some more substitutions. Gabe Doherty is coming back into the ball game, as well as Jack Chapman. Carrington and Eddie Applenap will substitute out. And this is Quinn Norris now for the Dragons, making the steal. A nice through ball to Newton for one touch and a nice try. Tried to go to the near post and a nice save there by Hummel.
Almost
ready for that one.
It almost caught Hummel off balance, though.
Yep. Learned from his earlier mistake. And he'll boot this one out. Nice kick out to midfield. And once again, the Dragons able to corral possession. This is Gabe Doherty now in the middle of the Dragon offense. Plays it through to Quinn Norris. Quinn Norris with a shot to the right, and he'll score. A nice pass from Doherty to Quinn Norris. And it's now 7-0 Dragons.
Dragon goal number 23, Quinn Norris.
So we are seeing some guys coming back in, but now we're seeing some different positions. And this goes back to talking about that flexibility. Hey, where can I plug and play these guys? If something happens, can I put this guy here? Do we still have that? Or maybe you find something, Brian, too.
Yeah.
That, hey, this guy's been playing out in the left all year. Now he can play in the middle, and maybe this might be a new home.
Yeah. Well, and again, it gives you that versatility if you have some kind of, injury situation or somebody, somebody gets a red card or something like that down the road. Now you've got options to, okay, this is how we're going to handle that situation.
And that's going to be Mason Moore now checking into the ball game for the Dragons in place of Riley Morgan.
Want to let you know tonight's game is also being brought to you in part by the Lander Hope Clinic. Medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment.
$18-10 to go here. First half, Dragons leading 7-0 over the Oil City Oilers. And that's Moore, who just checked in the ball game. Gaining possession for the Dragons to Quinn Norris, who will now play a long ball to the far side. It's Luke Wilkins making the run. He'll play it back. And that's Moore over to Norris. Norris going to get physical with the Oiler, win possession, and now he'll play it to the near side back to Kyle Jones. Jones looking for a Dragon to make a run. It's Quinn Norris who's going to outrun the defender, but not outrun the goaltender as Hummel comes out and makes the save. Kyle Jones tried to get possession. Couldn't. That's 31, Brody Woodworth, the freshman for Oil City. And there's a nice hustle play by Mason Moore. Gets possession back for the Dragons to Quinn Norris. Quinn will now play it wide again to Luke Wilkins with a one-touch into the middle. And then we're going to have an offsides call. And that was on Grant Newton making a nice run just a step too far.
Yep. Well, and we saw Hummel come out and play that last ball, and how much of that is, the Carrington goal that was from such a sharp angle. That now as a goalkeeper, I got to come out and play this because they might try to score on it.
Right, yeah, as you said, sharp angles, and that's where you kind of need your defenders too. Hey, I know you're not going to be able to get, you got to be able to shade this angle so I can play behind you. And a nice job here as Oil City's going to make a run. That's Derek Jones chasing it down, plays it back for Woodworth, and the Dragons steal it away. Chapman up to Moore. Moore there and again does a good job. Passes it up to Wilkins, and Luke Wilkins is going to make a run. And that one's going to go just too far for Luke, and it'll be a goal kick for the Oilers. Checking into the ball game for Warren is number 40, Isaac Hammerbeck. And he'll check in for Quinn Norris. Also checking in is number 13, Carson Bowler for Oil City. And that's in place of Javion Taylor.
And again, Cody, you got to wonder, some of these guys that are coming out that already have a couple of goals, how much of them are we going to see the rest of tonight?
As that shot by Wilkins is corralled. And Hummel play it to the near side. Nice job. That's Chapman racing through to steal that pass. And off of the Oil City defender will be a throw-in Dragons. Yeah, that was number 4. As I said, number 40, Isaac Hammerbeck checking in, another senior on this Dragons team. And throw in goes to Newton. Newton plays it back to Jones, who goes back to Newton on the near side. Centers it up, that header just over top. A nice try there. That was Luke Wilkins. There and again, a name that we normally see on the back end of the defense has now come up. And that was one of the things that Coach talked about with me yesterday was all year that, everything coming into the season. And that was Luke Wilkins was working up front.
Yeah.
And then they had the unfortunate injury to Dominic Holmberg right before camp started. And Luke had that natural ability to go back and kind of fill right in. A natural guy up front getting back in his home position. And that's Doherty playing it through to Wilkins. Wilkins scores. He's able to finish that one. And the Dragons now lead 8-0 with 14:29 to go in the first half. So good to see, as we said.
Somebody brought a vuvuzela, I think. Not used to hearing. I'm more used to hearing cowbells and stuff up here.
And Carrington looking like he's getting ready to check back into the ball game, and he will. And he'll check in on the back line for Kyle Jones. So long pass there, headed out by Bennett up to Gabe Doherty in the middle. Gabe looking for someone to make a run. He'll play it through to Wilkins. Just a bit too far as Hummel comes out from his goalkeeping spot to kick it away. That was Lingo looking for a teammate. No one came to his rescue. And nice try there. And again, Newton just a step too far. Nice job by that Oil City defense working together, moving up to force that offside. So starting to move up a little bit, force Warren to make those longer runs and at least stay on side and keep some of these younger guys honest. So Chapman will play that back to Bennett, to the near side to Carrington. Carrington to Newton. And a nice job there by 25. That was Jaden Watson applying the pressure for the Oilers as Newton cuts it back into the middle of the field to Doherty. Doherty's going to play it up. That's Isaac Hammerbeck making a run. It's knocked away, and Hummel's able to regain it. And a nice run there by the senior and Hammerbeck.
Dangerous play there, though, by Hummel to come. I mean, you understand why he came out on it, but that one nearly got away from him.
And this will be Doherty again for the Dragons with the steal and gaining possession. He'll work the middle of the field in a long-range shot. And it went in. I thought it from up here, it looked like it got deflected away. It just caught the back corner post of the goal. It's a goal for Gabe Doherty, and it is now 9-0.
It's one of those rare times that it hit the back of the net and the net didn't move.
Yeah.
You know, when you say somebody found the back post, I mean, he literally found nothing but post on that one.
And we have a couple more substitutions going on. We'll try to identify those players coming into the ballgame for Warren. One is number 28. That is Logan Rista, the freshman, getting in. And Oil City here going to try to get an offensive attempt. Meyer coming with a long run. We'll clear it back to midfield. Here's Rista looking for Hammerbeck. There and again, a nice job. Rista chased it down, almost forced a turnover. Chapman now in the middle. Looking for Doherty to make a run, and there he is. Gabe with one touch, long-range shot. And Gabe Doherty again knocks it in the back of the net, and the Dragons add on to their lead. 12:17 to go. Warren now leading 10-0 over Oil City here in the first half.
And Dragons have already matched their goal total from the last time these two teams met out in Oil City. And it's certainly not something Coach Giesing of the Oilers wants to see. You want to see some kind of improvement, narrow that gap a little bit from game to game.
And there's a nice pass. That was Chapman trying to connect with Hammerbeck making the run. They're going to mark him offsides just on the far side there, the left side. So there again, new faces coming into the Dragons, seeing guys playing in some new positions. And the long kick here for Oil City, bouncing around. That was intended for Woodhouse. And a long pass, and here's Rista making a run for the Dragons. The ball is going to be kicked away. I believe that was number 5, Zeldon Crouch, making the play for Oil City. And I believe we have a corner kick coming for the Dragons. So we've seen Quinn Norris take them all on the early on go. He's out of the ball game. We will now see Gabe Doherty with his first corner attempt. And what type of runs, what type of formation will we see here from the Dragons? As his corner's played in the box, it's headed wide and out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Dragons. And that's throw in is to Chapman with a long range shot and a nice save by Hummel. There and again, trying to catch him sleeping, and a nice save there with his left hand out all the way outstretched to save that one from going in.
And you could probably just make him out down in the corner of the screen there, but photographer extraordinaire Mark Evans down there to getting some great photos. And I know Mark's been on vacation for a while. Good to see him back and snapping the action.
Right before that corner, that was Aaron Gaussman, number 15, checking in for the Dragons. And Carrington will come up from his defensive position. He was looking for Rista. There to get a young Dragon up there looking for his opportunity, licking his chops, and just was a step too far. There again, nice job by OSU's defense continuing to move that back line up.
It almost seemed like they could kind of see him cherry picking down there and just say, we're going to take a couple steps forward, make sure you're offside, even if they get the ball to you.
That's Mason Moore in the middle of the Dragon offense. And another offside call on Warren. 9:28 in counting to go here. First half, Dragons leading 10-0 over Oil City. Good crowd, beautiful night down here.
We had a nice little Indian summer going on here.
We have, almost halfway. We're through the halfway of high school football as well, and coming down the home stretch, one more season or week of regular season here on the soccer field, and really not too bad of weather at all.
which of course means that as soon as the playoffs start.
And that one's headed down. Both teams trying to get possession. And now that'll be wrist off for the Dragons with a nice pass up the middle. That's Newton. And Grant just couldn't get there. That ball is still loose, and Hummel's going to chase it down. And clear that one out. 8:30 to go here, first half. That's Bennett coming up from the defensive possession. Very active back there. And that one will be played to the far side. And Dragons give up possession for a moment, and then before Jack Chapman wins it back, and then he has it stolen away. Nice play by Morris Woodhouse.
Oh, he just fell down. The Turf Monster came up and bit him on that one, I think.
And we got a hard takedown here on the near side. Be a free kick for Warren. And we'll have more substitutions coming in for Oil City will be number 6, Derek Jones, as well as number 24, Sawyer Green. And for the Dragons, it'll be a host of changes. It'll be number 22, Sean Lang, number 47, Bentley Sherry, and number 18, Wyatt Cattell. Seven minutes to go. First half of action. Warren leading 10-0 over Oil City. And almost a full half of what we saw from the Dragons starters tonight. Coach Boy had to be happy with what he saw as we talked about a fast start, some nice set pieces off of corners, and then there and again, just good hustle all the way around, contesting passes, getting basically possession and control, letting your defense feed your offense.
Well, and you wonder, will the starters come out and maybe play a couple of minutes in the second half just to, keep that conditioning going?
And that's Sherry playing it for Rista, who just goes wide.
But that's a question you hear asked often, right, in basketball. Do you play much in the fourth quarter? Do you let them come out and start the quarter for a couple minutes? It's the same thing here. Do you give them a few minutes in the second half just to keep them fresh and in that game speed, so to speak?
Right. As we said, they go on the road to Erie, and then they finish at home versus Franklin, Girard, and Bradford before the playoffs begin. Right now, Warren's sitting as the number 2 seed currently in the AAA playoff picture. Oh, Rista swung for it. You saw an empty net there, and it was hungry.
Hummel was maybe a little indecisive there on what he wanted to do, and Rista came up, tried to take advantage of it.
And here comes Oil City down the near side. A nice pass over to number 25, Jaden Watson. And Watson in past the Dragon defense with a left-footed pass that'll go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Dragons. So nice little counterattack by Oil City. Some new faces in there as well. And now number 18 checks in for Oil City. That is Javon Taylor coming back into the ballgame for number 13, Carson Bowler. That's Lingo getting possession for Oil City. Done a nice job in that midfield role for them tonight. And Watson will now steal it away. Him and Bennett going after it with each other. And Watson again tries to get a centering pass, just can't connect. It's behind the net.
You can't get the angle on it with that left foot.
So a goal kick again for Aiden Meyer. And here comes Warren on the attack. A nice move inside, nice pass. One time shot goes wide. It was that was Mason Moore on the shot. Nice job there coming up. And there, and again, a long range job. Nice job by Oil City to force that long shot.
Want to let you know tonight's game also being brought to you in part by Healing Beauty by KJ. For all your hair, makeup, and beauty needs, visit Healing Beauty at 112 Pennsylvania Avenue West in Warren or at shophealingbeauty.com.
Looks like we got a free kick coming here for Oil City. It'll be Lingo going back to take that for the Oilers.
You know, that's really been a big part of the difference here tonight is those free kicks, those long-range kicks that have gone near midfield have almost all gone Warren's way, and they're able to reverse field position, whereas Oil City's not been able to take advantage and continue the attack.
And that was Eddie Applenap that was trying to make a nice pass down the near side, just couldn't connect. So a little bit more of an even played last 5 minutes of action here at War Memorial. 2:50 and counting left in the first half. The Dragons continuing to apply pressure. That was Mason Moore. That's out to the left side to Hammerbeck. Hammerbeck tried to play it across. It's off the Oil City defender. And we have a quick whistle here on the near side. So Hammerbeck was ready to go. That ball bounced off the defender. And
well, they're trying to bring some subs in.
Yep. So Warren will sub again. That's number 41 checking into the ball game, CJ Archer. And as well as number 19, James Chapman. And that's Chapman. Chapman with a long-range shot. And Hummel makes the save for the Oilers. And plays to the near side, a long throw, nice throw to Watson. Watson makes a move. And the Dragons defense does a good job. That's Bennett coming up. And the Dragons making a nice run again, and that one's going to be played out of bounds. And a corner kick for the Dragons with 1:40 and counting to go here in the first half.
And now this is a great opportunity again for some of those young players to get to work on one of those set plays. And Coach Blair gets a chance to see what those young kids can do in these situations as well.
Yeah, there and again, another thing we talked about yesterday was just in regards to development, right? And continue to get these kids reps, but it's been the ability with the schedule that they play to play JV games. Mm-hmm. Something that we're seeing across the high school sports landscape that's becoming a little bit more of a infrequency and a rarity depending on the sport. And tonight's a varsity only matchup. So these are, there and again, important reps for these kids to continue to stay involved and continue to develop as the season comes to an end in the regular season, I should say. So that was Bentley Sherry playing the ball out to the far side as Chapman has it knocked away. And a goal. Nope. We're going to have a corner kick coming up for the Dragons. 40 seconds and counting here from War Memorial Field in the first half of action. Dragons out to a big 10-0 lead early on the Oil City Oilers. Sherry's header is knocked down. He gets a shot again, and that one is going to be deflected away. The Dragons again, another corner kick.
Rebound just rattled around in some traffic there.
That looks like that's Bennett up to make the corner kick, and that one's a little bit too far back. The Dragons offense had moved up into the box. Oil City's able to clear it out, and I believe this is going to be it. One last run for Rista. And the horn sounds, and that's the end of the first half. Warren leading Oil City 10-0.
All right, we'll be back with the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. It's high school soccer on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Discover radiant beauty with Healing Beauty by KJ. Our natural, cruelty-free skincare line harnesses the power of nature to nourish and rejuvenate your skin. From hydrating serums to soothing creams, find your perfect routine. Shop now at shophealingbeauty.com for exclusive offers and free shipping on orders over $50. Healing Beauty by KJ. Glow naturally. Shine beautifully.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
Here in Warren County, Seneca Generation delivers more than electricity. We provide clean, reliable power, and we're proud to call this community home. Our team is committed to giving back, supporting local programs, and helping create opportunities that make a difference for families, schools, and neighborhoods. Because powering homes means empowering lives. Seneca Generation, powering your home, empowering our community.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
Welcome into the Allegheny Grill of Foxburg halftime show. The Allegheny Grill, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Come check out their new indoor-outdoor wood frame event center. The Allegheny Grill was recently voted the #1 waterfront restaurant in Pennsylvania. Find out why at AlleghenyGrill.com. Your score at the half: Warren leading Oil City 10-0. Brian Hyper, Cody Bupp with you on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. And Cody, this was something we talked about in the pregame. Warren wanted to get out to a fast start. They certainly did that, scored just over a minute into the game, and then just really poured it on throughout the first half.
It was that fast start, and the kids did a great job. They answered what Coach Blair asked them to do. And I think there's a lot of positives. Obviously, he's going to find things in there to, hey, we need to do a little bit better here and there. But there, and again, I go back to that versatility. So, if you're tuning in and this is the first time you've seen this Dragons boys soccer team this year, it's versatility. It's the ability, as you saw throughout that, where guys that started on the front line and in that 1-2 structure, now we're playing on the back line, and they were hopping right back into the into the Dragon offensive set. And there, and again, younger kids stepping in, making impact plays, even still when the game was, we'll call it in check, right? When it's 3-0, it's 4-0, it's even 5-0 early on. Those kids are coming in, making nice passes. They're contesting, but every kid out there is hustling right now, right? Everyone wants a piece of the pie, and it's fun to watch and seeing kids 1 through 22 on that roster all in the ball game.
As you mentioned, with this being a varsity only match here tonight, if you're one of those kids that would normally see a lot of JV minutes, you got to maximize your opportunity here at the varsity level, because you're not going to have that extra, that extra match to get your time in and get working on your game. So, you're getting valuable minutes at the varsity level. That's, preparing not only your team for the remainder of the season, again, like we said, if something should happen down the road or whatever, right, but also for your own personal development, you've got to go in there and understand the opportunity that you're being given in a situation like this to take full advantage.
Yeah, as we used to tell the kids on the football side, it was always go put something on film.
Yeah.
Go give coach a reason or for your team. Hey, when we sit down, like this is a hustle play, right? Still control the controllables. And that's, hey, if I make a mistake, I'm hustling after it to go to try to get myself back and win the ball back, or it's moving without the ball is something that Coach Blair talks about with the structure there. Hey, we all have to move. Just because you're on the front line doesn't mean you have to, you're standing up there and cherry picking all game. Hey, you need to be coming back and helping your defense because your defense is going to feed your offense and feed you as well. So it's been fun to watch all of those pieces move together. The one touches, the ability to control a long pass. And that's something that's unique as well with those long passes. It's the ability to trap the ball, make a play off of one or two touches. It's not a clumsy off a knee or off a shin guard and you're chasing it down. No, it's in stride. It's playing it ahead. And those are just all fundamental things that, with an older group that you would expect to see from this Dragons team.
Yeah, and they played most of that first half in the Oil City end of the field. I mean, they were in the offensive zone virtually the entire half. Oil City had a couple of runs late in the half, as some of those JV players came in the game. But, you really can't ask for much more than that. You played almost the entire first half in the offensive zone. You put up 10 goals. Again, every coach is going to find something, hey, there was a run we missed. Somebody was offside. We didn't score on a couple of the set plays that maybe we probably should have. Those are the kind of things. But, when you're getting down into the minutia, as it were, of your film, looking for stuff we got to find something to take away from this that we can work on. You're having a good night.
Well, and I always go back to the old adage too, like you enjoy winning, right? It's hard to win.
Yeah.
It's hard to win and you enjoy it. And then you really enjoy these moments when, as an older player, when you get some of your younger teammates that have been working just as hard as you in practice are able to get out. Hopefully we could see some of those guys score their first varsity goal tonight, or, getting on the stat sheet and hearing their name over the loudspeaker at home. It keeps you rejuvenated, as we said, because it's very hard. And that was one of the conversations I had with Coach Blair yesterday was, hey, well, at least you're playing JV games because that gets hard, but you get into week 8, 9, 10, like a game like tonight where you don't have a JV game, they get into a varsity. It's how do you keep those kids invested?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, well, I know I'm not going to play. I'm not going to get out there in a game against General McLean or McDowell, but how do you keep that kid invested? How do you, hey, this is all about your development and getting them to see what you've done this year, but setting yourself up for next year.
Yeah. Well, and that was, you mentioned, kind of the football aspect of it. And that, one of the things we often had, sophomores filling out the special teams, and that's a way, but you don't have that kind of option with a sport like soccer. And it's just, like we said, it's constant movement and, the clock doesn't stop necessarily for subs to come in even, and save some of that time. So you've really got to find a way to, hey, you've got to stay focused and invested in paying attention for, the full 80 minutes and be ready when your number is called. Hey, you got to be ready to go.
No, and I think there again, I think that goes back to the culture that you build, and then especially in today's day and age with kids, that if something's not going to happen in 30 seconds, I'm going to go find something else to do.
Yeah.
And there again, I think that's just kudos to what Coach Blair is continuing to build here in year 3. As we talked about, they still have everything ahead of them. They're still in contention for a region, and they have some things happen there or fall their way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they want to be playing their best soccer and a chance to go play for a District 10 championship. And what we've seen so far, they're headed on that direction.
Yeah. With that, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with second half action here from War Memorial Field High School Soccer on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Welcome back here to War Memorial Field in Warren. Just about set to start the second half between the Dragons and the visiting Oil City Oilers. Warren leading Oil City 10-0. We will have a running clock through the second half. And a lot of new faces on the pitch for the Dragons. As Warren will start with possession to start the second half. And long kick. Goes all the way down. And it almost seemed like nobody was really sure who was supposed to go get that one. So Hummel with the goal kick. And Oil City takes possession. That one's going to go a little long again, and Hummel's there for it. And Dragons still controlling the possession to open this second half. Cody Bupp, you got a little extra set of bleachers in this evening, getting your workout in today.
Give me 2 more minutes, I'll be back with you. So I apologize here in the second half. The shadows are kind of setting in a little bit. Here's darkness sets in, so we'll try to do our best to identify those correct numbers of players out there.
And a lot of new faces on the field too, and that's
Josh Westover making a long run. And Mason Warner coming up and almost steals that one away. And back post. It's Riley Morgan back into the middle. Westover shot, fanned on the first one, and second one was deflected away. And that is going to be off the Oilers, and they throw in for Warren.
Yeah, Westover had a great look there and just kind of whiffed on the kick.
And now this is Chapman. So we used to see him on the front lines, is now in the back line.
And as you said, Coach Blair wants to develop some of that versatility, and this is a prime opportunity to do that.
And that's going to be Wilkins playing a nice long ball out. That's Morgan's cross is knocked down, gives chase, and then he's going to play that one wide. We have an Oil City player down. Did a nice job, knocking down that crossing pass, but he's definitely feeling that one. It's a goal kick for Oil City. That's number 22, Hayden McFadden for the Oilers. Has it stolen away. Kyle Jones tried to play a through ball. We have a whistle on the far side of the field. And we got a substitution. Preston Fink back in. He started on the back line for the Oilers tonight. And it was an injury. So Fink into the ball game for the Oilers and quickly gets action as it goes to his side. That's Max Lingo for the Oilers, has it stolen away, and now it's Luke Wilkins for the Dragons, plays it back. That was Norris to Chapman, almost had it stolen away by number 25, Jaden Watson. And into the net now for the Dragons is number 99, Aiden Sweet. And Wilkins with a nice through ball. Westover's trying to make a run, and that one's cleared out by number 13, Carson Bowler, who is now the new goaltender for the Oilers in the second half. And Chapman plays to the far side to Morgan. Nice job by Lingo to steal it away. Lingo down the far side, contested by Morgan. It'll be a throw in for the Oilers. 35 minutes to go and counting here. Second half, Dragons leading 10-0 over the visiting Oil City Oilers. And here's Riley Morgan with a nice play. Down the right side, trying to get around the Oil City defense. Hits the brakes, plays it back to the middle. It's Westover. Westover with a long-range shot goes wide.
And the big groan goes up from the crowd. You know, that's one of the things about when you get an opportunity like this. You know, it's, like we said, as one of those, you know, depth or JV players to come in varsity minutes in front of the home fans, they are rooting for you even harder to try to make something happen, I think.
Yeah, Westover, another senior on this team. And a nice job there. I believe that was Grolman coming up. And Jones plays it through, trying to find Westover again as he gets physical with the Oil City defense. So, like we said, right, everyone wants to get in there and get in on the action. Both teams playing hard here in the second half early on. And both Oil City players kind of miscommunicated there. Doherty gets the steal and tries to play a through ball to Warner. And number 13, Carson Bowler, comes out for the Oilers to corral the ball. He'll play it out to Will Swartz. Swartz has it stolen away by Warner, battling to steal it back. Goes to Warner, tries a one-touch pass into Westover. It's stolen away, and the Dragons, Bryce Grolman, corrals it. Nice job by Gabe to step up, steal that one away, to play a long pass down the near side. Mason Warner making a run. Nice pass into the middle. Deflected. Westover shot deflected again off an Oiler. He'll take another rip at it, and that one's going to be deflected and go out to the far side of the field. So Dragons trying to get on the board here. And that pass is stolen away. And Oil City trying to get control, and they'll clear it out the midfield. 32 minutes and counting. Dragons trying to get their first goal of the second half, up 10-0 here over Oil City. And this is Doherty trying to get the offense set up. Nice ball to Luke Wilkins. Now plays it outside to Mason Warner. Warner back to Wilkins. Wilkins gets into the box. And it's deflected off an Oiler and out of bounds. I believe it's going to be a corner kick, and it will be for the Dragons. It'll be Gabe Doherty taking the corner kick for Warren. And his pass deflected. It looked like that was Grolman trying to get ahead on it, and Bowler was able to make the save for Oil City. Grolman does a nice job to hustle back, forced an errant pass, and it'll be a Dragon throw in here in front of their own bench. And Doherty trying to connect with Grolman, who was making a run, knocked away by the Oilers. That was number 16, Will Swartz, for the Oilers. And this is Bryce Grolman, plays it back to Doherty. Plays it back into the middle of the field to Wilkins. Wilkins tried to play a through ball, stolen away by the Oilers. That was number 6, Derek Jones. And Warren quickly gets the ball back. Trying to connect with Westover, who was trying to sneak through the Oilers' defensive back line.
Westover seems like he's just kind of camping out right in front of the net there, waiting for that pass.
And here's Kyle Jones. Kyle Jones does a nice job, gets to the box, over to Westover, who can't get a foot on it, deflected away. Riley Morgan back into Westover, whose shot goes deflected off of a face. And I think we're going to have an injury timeout here. So there, and again, like as we talked about, right? Yep. The Dragons teammates trying to feed someone, a teammate that's been out there working hard with him all year, a fellow senior trying to get him a varsity goal.
And it's always interesting to me how the fans just kind of know, right, when something like that is going on.
And here he is, Westover. He tried. He's doing his best up there. Bowler made the save off the deflection. He'll boot it out. Up to Lingo. That's Norris getting the ball under control for the Dragons. Now Chapman possesses. Over to Grolman. Grolman into the middle to Wilkins. Wilkins looks to reverse the field. He'll play it back to Norris. Norris looking for someone to make a run. It was Kyle Jones who was unable to make the play on that one, and Oil City clears it quickly back into the Dragons' territory. And Norris will play that one all the way back to goaltender Aiden Sweet. He'll bring it near side. Nice move by Gabe Doherty. Gordy down the near side. Doherty plays a through ball, and that's going to be just too far for Westover. And there again, Bowler comes out for Oil City. Quickly plays it over to Jones, who plays it back. Got to be careful there, playing that one back to his own goaltender. And there's a nice job by number 18, Javion Taylor, coming up to clear that one for the Oilers. This is Swartz down the near side, plays a nice through ball to number 25, Jaden Watson. But just as we saw Warren do in the first half, with a couple offsides called, their defense steps up there and forces an offsides call by the Oilers. It'll be Trey Carrington taking the free kick. .28:30 to go here. Second half, Dragons leading 10-0. And Wilkins plays a through ball to Westover, just out of reach again. Bullard does a good job coming out. And we'll boot that one out to Lingo. Lingo tried to play that one to Woodhouse. And Warren countering. It's Wilkins to Kyle Jones. And there again, he was trying to feed Westover, and Bullard does a nice job to come out again for Oil City. A lot of action here, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that one off the side of the foot of the goaltender Bullard, going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Warren, and we'll have two substitutions. That's number 4, Grant Newton, coming back into the ball game, as well as number 28, Logan Rista. They will be coming in for Riley Morgan and Kyle Jones.
Well, you know, it's almost at a point where you have to do something a little deceptive maybe and just go away from Westover for an extra pass, because now Oil City knows you're trying to feed him.
And there's Grolman into Westover. He tries to turn. That shot's deflected away. There it is. Off the post and in. Josh Westover. A nice hustle play. Sticks with it, and the Dragons now lead 11-0.
Shows what I know, right?
Dragons goal number 17, Josh Westover.
So the Dragons senior Josh Westover gets on the board here with 26:50 to go, second half, and we'll have some more substitutions coming in. That's number 26 for Warren. And I don't have a 26 on the roster.
Isn't that always the way?
So Westover comes off to a round of applause from the home crowd and his teammates. Oil City will play it back. This is Warner stealing it away for the Dragons. He'll cut it back. That's over to Rista. Rista playing it back out. Bryce Grolman has that pass contested. Doherty with a one-touch, nice pass down the left side. It's just going to be too far for Mason Warner. There again, something you like to see from Mason on this side, playing in his position, but making some nice runs. And the ability, that's something, as we said, in high school soccer, as you get going into these levels, being able to play those long passes with your left foot. Not every kid can do that.
Well, again, they're getting an opportunity here to work on some of that stuff and really put it, you know, it's one thing to do it in practice, right? And game speed and the adrenaline that comes with that. It's a whole different animal. And so when you get a chance to work on something like that in a game situation, really helps, or is really beneficial for the development.
So we had a host of Dragons once again coming in. I did identify, that's number 8, Carson McCullough was one of the 4 rotating back in. Bill Bennett as well. And that's Aiden Meyer. So out of his goaltending spot, getting a chance to come up. His shot was saved by Bowler, and he'll throw it out for Oil City. That's Grant Newton with the throw in to Wilkins, who plays it over. That's Meyer. Meyer tries to play a through ball there to Newton. Newton making a run. And Oil City will be able to clear it. Lingo down the left side.
Nearly made a nice move to break free on that. But
yeah, that was Sean Lang coming up from his defensive position for the Dragons to force the throw in. And Newton looks for Wilkins. Unable to get possession, and the ball will kind of bounce around back in the Oil City defensive side. Bowler comes out and will play it out to the near side. That's Jones for the Oilers. Applying pressure. And McCullough plays it back. He'll play it to Rista. Rista back to McCullough. And gets a pass through there to Warner. Warner with a one-touch pass. That's off the defender, number 5 for Oil City, Zeldin Crouch. And Bowler comes out for Oil City. And here's Aiden Meyer with the steal. The shot deflected away by the goaltender. So goaltender on goaltender action there.
yeah.
It'll be a throw in for the Dragons. And we have more substitutions. That's Isaac Hammerbeck, number 40, and number 3, Mason Moore coming in. And coming out is Mason Warner. And I believe that's 36, Bryce Grolman.
So if Meyer scores here, does it still count as a goalie goal?
I think so. That long shot from range goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick for the Oilers. 22:58 to go here. Dragons leading 11-0 on a beautiful Thursday night at War Memorial Field. As we talked about earlier, the Dragons' next opponent is at Erie High. And then after that, get out here next week and watch these Dragons as they will finish at home against Franklin, Girard, and Bradford before playoff play begins.
Commences.
Yeah,
yes.
commences. We were at that point. It's been a quick fall, Brian. And,
oh, my gosh.
But it's been a lot of fun to cover all these kids and the exciting things that all of our county teams are doing.
It still amazes me that we're more than halfway through the fall season and looking at, playoffs starting in a couple of weeks.
And that's McCullough getting that under control over to Wilkins in the middle of the field. Wilkins out to Newton. That's a nice slide tackle out there. That was Taylor for the Oilers. Up to Lingo. That's the Woodhouse who plays it here to the near side. And Jones going to steal it away from McCullough. McCullough gets it right back, plays it up to Hammerbeck. Hammerbeck to Rista, back to Hammerbeck. Back into the middle to Meyer. Meyer with a nice one-touch. And he scores. So the goaltender comes out, gets some action up front, and Aiden Meyer gets a goal, and it is now 12-0 Dragons.
Warren goal, Aiden Meyer.
And again, gets a nice ovation from the home fans there. They kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah,
what's happening here.
Another senior.
Yeah.
Number 47 checking back in. That's Bentley Sherry for the Dragons. Coming off is Luke Wilkins. As well as trying to identify the next number there. I believe that's 19. James Chapman back in, and he came in for Meyer, the goal scorer. So Sherry now plays that one over to Rista, whose one-time pass gets through, looking for Chapman, and this is Isaac Hammerbeck chasing it down. Hammerbeck with a nice move. And Jones here for the Oilers looking just to clear the ball. It'll be a throw in. He's been a busy guy back there in the Oiler defense. So throw in for the Dragons comes near side to McCullough, who plays a through ball into the middle. Nice pass.
Nice bend on that pass.
Yeah, it was.
Too.
That ball's loose, and that just tipped wide at Grant Newton. trying to sneak one into the near post there. And again, a nice job by Bowler, the new goaltender for the Oilers, coming out and contesting that. And at least a hard angled shot, as we talked about. In the first half.
Absolutely.
So this is Lingo for the Oilers down the far side, plays it into the middle. That's Will Schwartz. And the through ball here. This is Woodhouse. Woodhouse with a shot. Aiden Sweet makes the save down on a knee.
Oh. I'm a little surprised there. He didn't come out to contest that at all, just stayed back in his net and just took the angle completely away.
And a nice job there by Sweet, getting some minutes here in the second half. And the Oilers quickly will try to counter. And that ball go out of play on the far side, throw in for Warren. We got another substitution coming in. Number 21, Elias Reinard for Warren. And number 11, Luke Hummel, will be coming in for the Oilers.
Reminder, tonight's game also being brought to you in part by the Lander Hope Clinic. Medical care for your whole family. Call 814-593-0011 or visit landerhopeclinic.com to request an appointment.
So the long dragon throw, and that's Riston making a run. Wins possession. And they're going to say that was off an Oiler, so it'll be a corner kick for Warren. And that'll be number 8, Carson McCullough, coming up to take the corner for the Dragons.
And your view of the field tonight is brought to you by Venango County, where there's always something to see and do. Visit them online, venangocountypas.gov.
18-26 counting, Dragons leading 12-0 as McCullough's corner kick into the box is headed away by the Oilers, and it's to Woodhouse. And Woodhouse showing his speed. A nice move, and he'll play it here to the near side, trying to go one-on-one. He'll play it up for number 25, Watson. Watson and Bennett going at it here on the near side as that pass is stolen away. And here comes the Dragons on a counter. It's Hammerbeck to Ristov, back to Hammerbeck. And Oil City's defense comes up and clears. This is Reinard now for Warren. Reinard with good hustle staying with it. And Oil City, that's Jones clearing it out to Lingo, who does a nice job to chase it down. And really nice job staying with it. Now he'll work one-on-one on the far side. So throw in for Oil City. They have a substitution. This is 13. So we got 2 13s on the field now, Brian. Now, someone fire the special teams coach.
Yeah.
So long throw in for Oil City. That is number 12. Morris Woodhouse going through the Dragon defense, plays it to the near side. That's Schwartz working with Hammerbeck. And the official is going to award a free kick here to Oil City. So kind of the first deep set piece now Oil City will have with 16:40 to go in the contest.
And really the first kind of sustained pressure that the Oilers have had all night.
So Warren setting up the 4-man wall. Aiden Sweet telling those guys where he wants them. That one's a long shot. And it's right into the hands of Aiden Sweet. And that one was knocked away by Watson for Oil City. Tries to give chase into the far side corner. Tried to play it back to Lingo. Warren was able to steal possession for a moment. And now we got counter action for the Dragons. This is Riston making a run. Jones goes over and cuts it off for Oil City. It'll be a throw in for the Dragons. 16 minutes to go here remaining in the contest.
Some more subs coming in for the Dragons.
That's number 18.
Yes, 18 and I believe 15. Yes, 18 and 15.
All right. Number 18, Wyatt Kittle. And we got a handball on the far side. And that's going to be on Oil City. So it'll be a free kick for the Dragons just outside the 18. And that was a long shot. A nice job there by Oil City's goaltender to make the save, and he'll quickly throw it out to Woodhouse. Woodhouse trying to start a counterattack for Oil City, and that's stopped by McCullough of the Dragons. Lingo gives chase, and he'll now work down the far side for Oil City. Tries to cut back in. That's cut off by the Dragon defense, and he'll throw in for Oil City.
It's a good hustle by McCullough to get back and give his defense a chance to get reset a little bit off that long kick.
No doubt, and there again, a nice job by that back line, allowing him to get back into position, as you said. There again, that was what Coach Blair talked about with that formation that they like to play, that Christmas tree look. It's the ability for someone to pop up and help on the offense, but also that defense can hop back and create a stone wall. So this is Woodhouse for Oil City. Will play it back. That's number 22, Hayden McFadden for Oil City. Back to Watson, tries to go to Woodhouse. That's just too far. And this is James Chapman looking for Rista. Number 18, Javon Taylor clears it for Oil City. It'll be a throw-in for the Dragons with 14 minutes to go.
Don't forget to stay tuned to the Icy Ink post-game show, where we'll have our Icy Ink player of the game interview.
Number 41 checking in for the Dragons. That's CJ Archer. Coming in for number 40, Isaac Hammerbeck.
And a lot of options to choose from tonight, Cody, for our player of the game. Going to be a tough decision.
So Dragon corner kick here. And send into the middle box header. And a nice save by Oil City. Looked like that was number 47 for the Dragons. Bentley Sherry, they got a head on that. James Chapman giving chase. He wants in on the action. And that's a nice job by Kittle coming up to make this the play for the defense, getting the Dragons offense back in action. And Oil City tries to get a long pass, can't connect. Lingo gives chase. And it'll be a throw in for the Oilers. Now Lingo tries to work with Woodhouse on a long run. Good job by the Dragon defense to get back. Tries to turn the corner, and he can't. And that one heads onto the track. It'll be a throw-in for Oil City. We have substitutions again. This is number 2 for Oil City, and I don't have a number 2 on the roster. So,
well, then we'll take the time to tell you tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Healing Beauty by KJ. For all your hair, makeup, and beauty needs, visit Healing Beauty at 112 Pennsylvania Avenue West in Warren, or online at shophealingbeauty.com.
So Lingo's throw goes into the box, headed away by the Dragon defense. And a nice move down the far side. We got a whistle.
That went just out of play.
Just out of play. It'll be a throw in for Oil City. And a long pass for James Chapman. Shielded by Jones nicely by Oil City as the goalkeeper was able to come up and clear that one out of harm's way. Throw in for Oil City on the far side. That is Woodhouse. Now over to Chapman. Tries to get past the Oilers defense. Unable to. That's Jones stepping up for Oil City, and he'll start a counter. Plays this one into the far side. That's Watson cutting it back into the Dragon defense. Looking for some help. Back to Woodhouse. Woodhouse makes a move. Nice job there. And again, that Dragon defense standing tall, forcing him to back it out and play it back. And almost a turnover there. And that's Chapman giving good chase. And here it is. Chapman with chasing it down. Still chasing it down. And just knocked wide.
Good hustle by the Oil City defense to prevent that from being a full breakaway.
So substitution for Oil City. And that's Taylor checking back in for Oil City. Checking out, it was number 11, Luke Hummel. 10 minutes to go here. Dragons leading 12-0. This is CJ Archer with a throw in for Warren, looking for someone to make a run, and that's McCullough. McCullough plays it into the box. That's off of Westover. And it should be a goal kick here for Oil City, and it will be. More substitutions. Sean Lang back into the game for Reinhardt on the Dragons side, and in is Max Lingo for Oil City. Checking out is number 12, Morris Woodhouse. So as we talked about, four matchups remaining on the regular season for Warren, 3 of those being region contests after tonight. Currently sitting against the number 2 seed in AAA, General McLean being the one, which Warren is split 1-1 with them. An exciting win here at home last week. Meadville number 3. So as of right now, it would be Warren Meadville, and those have been quite the matchups here the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's developed into quite the rivalry here on the soccer field. And Meadville's been one of those teams that it seems like no matter what the sport, Warren and Meadville matchups always turn into something really exciting to watch. I know back when I was playing, that was always the one of the biggest games on the calendar was that week we had to play Meadville.
Yep. No, I think back to being a kid and watching a lot of them, and same thing on the track. It always seemed to be the region championships came down to the last region match of the year. That was between Warren and Meadville. And
I know in the girls soccer team a few years ago, when it won its first District 10 title, was against Meadville, and just a phenomenal goal by Sawyer Morney late in that game gave Warren the victory there. And then, of course, the battles that they've had on the volleyball court the last few years,
no doubt,
have been nothing short of spectacular.
So just like the boys, after their next opponent in Erie that they'll travel to their home, the girls will finish their final 3-game stretch here at home. So lots of opportunities for fans to get out and watch both teams here finish up their regular season.
And if you can't make it down here, we are going to try to bring you at least a couple of those matches down the stretch here the rest of the way. And we'll get that schedule out as soon as we get that finalized as well.
$7:50 to go. Warren leading 12-0 here. And this is McCullough for the Dragons. Dribbles it in. And
whiffed.
That Archer is trying to center it up. We got an offsides call from the far side official. It'll be a free kick for Oil City. As we were talking about, the girls sitting at 9-4, they're 5-0 in their region. Currently in the lead, trying to dethrone Bradford, who was last year's champs. The girls are back in action on 10-7 when they host Meadville in another crucial matchup. And there, and again, as we talked about, Coach Ordway would say the same thing. Hey, these are back-and-back matchups. It's a playoff atmosphere when we play them.
Mm-hmm.
This is Westover in the middle, trying to get by the Oiler defender, and a nice job there. It's cleared away. This is McCullough coming up again for Warren. Plays it over to number 22. That's Sean Lang, and that pass is just too far, and Oil City will kick it away. Far side throw in. This is Rista now. Rista with a centering pass, unable to connect with Westover. And down the near side comes Watson for Oil City. Plays into the middle of the Lingo, tried to let that one through. Was unable to, but does a nice job chasing it down for Oil City. That's the number 31, Brody Woodworth. Back to Lingo, back to Woodworth. Woodworth tried to sneak it through to Glover, trying to make a run. Nice job there. That's Archer chasing it down for Warren and is going to force a corner kick for the Dragons. So lots of action here in the second half. Lots of young guys getting in, Brian. You got to like what you've seen, though, as well. Just the hustle and overall play by these young guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And on both sides, too. It's not like, Oil City's just sitting back and say, hey, here, have all the goals you want. It's both teams working real hard here in the late going of what's been essentially a one-sided affair tonight at War Memorial Field.
And Oil City's able to clear that one out. And both teams will battle for possession on the far side of the field here with just over 5 minutes to go in the contest. And Lingo clears that one back. And it'll be a throw in for Warren. We have more substitution. Hammerbeck back into the ball game as well as James Chapman. And that's number 20, Preston Fink. Number 16, Will Schwartz. Back into the game for Oil City as well as Morris Woodhouse.
And, you know, for as nice as it has been all day long, that sun went down here tonight. The breeze kicked up a little bit, and it has cooled significantly.
Fall is here.
Yeah.
Centering pass, Hammerbeck. Oh, just over the top.
Saw that yawning net there and just got a little overexcited. Get that adrenaline going sometimes. And
yep.
You know, that was one of those just tap it in, just give it a little tappy.
And Hammerbeck again with a nice job. Steal long range shot. That one's a nice save there by Oil City. And 4 minutes to go. And that one's booted out to the far side and out of play. It'll be a throw in for Warren. That's Carson Bowler with a nice move for Oil City. Tries to connect with Lingo, unable to. And there is Oil City on the counter. It's Morris Woodhouse trying to go to Glover. And here's Reiner now stealing it away for Warren. Will play it down the near side to Hammerbeck. Hammerbeck into Archer. Archer back to the near side to Hammerbeck making a run. Hammerbeck's left-footed shot bounces and saved by Oil City.
And if you're Oil
Nice
City,
hustle here by Hammerbeck, and we're going to get a handball. Good hustle, though, and it'll be a free kick. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, if you're Oil City, is 3 minutes left in this game. How huge for your just general confidence would finding a way to get the ball in the back of the net here be in these final few minutes?
Well, just capitalizing on all the hard work, and as you said, you know, being able to come in here, and I know we've had a lot of substitutions, but still, it's great. We talked about breaking the game down into small quarters. If you want to look at it into, it's a 2-0 game in the second half. Despite Warren played just as many of their starters there to start, they did a good job, you know, stopping, and there were things that both teams were trying to work on. But Oil City's done a nice job here to slow down the Warren offensive threats and at least have a couple nice counters.
Well, spent some time in the offensive zone in this second half too.
This is Lingo with a long range. It's going to bounce, loose ball, and Sweet's able to come out. So almost got an opportunistic bounce there. As Sweet's kick goes out, that's off the back of Hammerbeck. McCullough comes up nicely, plays it to Archer, and it's stolen away by Oil City. And they have a miscommunication. Hammerbeck now. Hammerbeck hustling in, plays it back, looking for Rista, and a nice save there by Oil City. Just under 2 minutes to go. 12-0 Dragons.
I think just as important, too, is not allowing Warren to score another goal in these final minutes.
And a nice job there by the goaltender coming up, contesting, getting it out of harm's way. And they'll play it into Lingo in the middle of the field. And if I had to say between Morris Woodhouse and Lingo, those are two nice complementary players that Oil City does have that they can continue to build on when they build this program.
And again, only two seniors on the roster and a whole lot of freshmen and sophomores getting all of the varsity minutes here tonight for Oil City. So,
you know, as Coach Giesing tries to build that Oil City program, and you get the numbers back, and you're able to, as we said, those JV matches, it's just crucial. They're paramount to as you continue to build things and get interest in your sport. And that's Chapman with a long-range shot off the post. And that's going to bounce out. No, nice job. He does a nice job chasing it down. 50 seconds and counting to go. Archer's shot off the side of his foot. Rista plays it back to Reiner with a left-footed shot that goes wide. And we're down to 30 seconds here left in this one.
And if you're Oil City, you take as much time as you can here to get this kick in and just let those seconds tick away.
And both teams will battle out at midfield. This is Lingo trying to make a last-second run. Nice job there by Bennett to come up and steal that one. And he'll try to play it through, unable to connect with Archer. And that should just about do it here as we reach the final seconds. And the horn sounds, and the Warren Dragons take care of business at home tonight with a 12-0 win over the Oil City Oilers.
And again, don't go anywhere. We will be back with the Icy Inc. post-game show right here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
Here at the Warren County Chamber of Business and Industry, we like to focus on our community and help our local businesses expand and succeed.
Why join WCCBI? Not only do we offer a way for local businesses to grow and prosper, but we also provide business development, community involvement, and member benefits.
Becoming a member of WCCBI includes benefits such as networking and ribbon cutting.
Become a member or to see additional information, visit WCCBI.org today.
With locations in Shippensville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
At AGI Industries in Clarendon, our state-of-the-art fabrication facility brings your custom-engineered products to life. With cutting-edge machinery and skilled professionals, we deliver precision-crafted solutions tailored to your needs. From trench box and storage container rentals to sandblasting, refurbishing, and painting equipment, plus expert metal fabrication, compressor stations, filters, separators, ASME vessels, and pig loaders, AGI Industries is your one-stop shop for quality and innovation. Call 814-728-6050 for more information or to secure a rental.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Welcome back to War Memorial Field. It is the Icy Inc. post-game show. Your final here, Warren 12, Oil City nothing. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs, call Icy Inc. at 814-688-0034 or visit them online at icyinc.com. That's ICYYinc.com. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts, Be cool, wear icy. And so again, your final here from War Memorial Field. The Dragons defeat the visiting Oilers 12-0. A whole bunch of scores, or whole bunch of goals scored in the first half as Warren opened up a 10-0 lead, scored a couple more in the second half. A couple of seniors scoring those goals in Josh Westover and regular goalkeeper Aiden Meyer getting the second half goal for the Dragons after pitching a shutout in net in the first half. And our Icy Ink player of the game is rapidly making his way up the bleacher steps here. And so we'll get him squared away here in just a moment.
All right, so we have the player of the game, Aiden Meyer here. Pitched the shutout in the first half and got in on a goal action here. What was that feeling like to get out there and score that goal?
It was really good. I knew at the beginning of the season that Steph said I might get some playing time on the field. And I brought my stuff, and in the second half, I see Aiden go out and goal, and I'm like, Steph, do you think I could get on? Thinks about it, sends me on, and it was really good because my relatives from Massachusetts, about 8 hours away, was actually at my first high school game that they've seen, and I got a score. It was just a really good feeling.
That's awesome. And what's that like for you to see a young kid like Aiden that you're mentoring, right, and that come out and make a couple saves in the second half and keep the shutout for you guys?
Yeah, no, it's always good to see that. I just try to be like the person he looks up to, because I didn't really have anyone. I was just kind of thrown in that position, and if I had someone, I feel like I would have been more confident in my earlier years, and I'm just trying to be that person for him so he can do well later on.
Also coming out, Brian and I are talking about earlier, right? So you get out to a big lead.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind? How do you stay involved in the ball game when your team's up 6-0? You're not getting a lot of action.
So I just try to be vocal. You might be able to hear me sometimes in the game just cheering my teammates on, because if I'm watching and trying to cheer them on, then it helps me stay engaged, but it also is something to help them know that they're doing a good job and to keep it up.
So, I talked with Coach Blair yesterday, and he said, obviously your guys' first goal is, hey, you want a shot at the region, which you guys need some things to happen, but you guys are in position to still be in contention.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want to be playing your best soccer going into the championship. How do you guys feel coming down this home stretch? Obviously now you guys are on a 4-game win streak. To finish at home with 3 games next week as well, getting in front on celebrating senior night in there as well. How do you feel like you guys are positioned here into this home stretch?
So we have a really good team. And it's because we want to play with each other. Like, this isn't just, we're playing soccer just to play soccer. Like, we're basically a family at this point. Last year, it didn't feel much like that. But after beating General McLean, number 14 in the state, it was really an eye-opener of showing us what we can really do. And Coach just kept on saying throughout last year and this year that we have a good team. We just need a chance to show it. And last week at McLean showed us that it doesn't matter if they're 14th in the state. We can play with them and we can beat them.
No, I think that's something that Brian and I talked about as well. Coach Blair shared just how tight you guys are as a group and trying to change the history and get Warren's first playoff win in quite a few years as well. And as a coach, too, I got to throw out, how has hurdling helped you as a goaltender?
So, honestly, learning how to move my legs and the explosiveness that I learned through track season, and my dad keeps saying it to me, like, hey, you're putting 10 to 20 more yards on that ball than you've had in the past. I remember last game might have been my biggest ball ever. It was from the goal box, I think, to the other 30. It was a big ball. It's just track has the explosiveness definitely, and like coming out for those balls that I need to be quick to get to.
Well, thank you and good luck with the rest of the year. And
Yes, thank
hopefully
you.
we'll get to call a couple next week and then see you guys into the playoffs. So keep the hard work up and good luck next week.
Yep, thank you.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com. Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107. Whether retirement is just around the corner.
Now, welcome back into the Icy Inc. post-game show. The final again here from War Memorial Field. The Dragons defeat the visiting Oil City Oilers 12-0. Our Icy Inc. player of the game, Warren, goalkeeper and goal scorer Aiden Meyer. Congratulations to him on the goal, pitching a first half shutout. And Cody, again, this is exactly, if you're Coach Stephen Blair, what you wanted to see from your team coming off a huge win on the road at Meadville the other night.
Yeah, like you said, it keeps them in region contention as well. They need a couple things to fall their way, but playing their best soccer, that was the goal, right? We want to be playing our best soccer going into the playoffs, and the Dragons are doing just that. And it was a total team effort. Got to say a lot of names there, and again, you saw it. No matter if it was the starters or the fourth kid coming off the bench, it was the hustle, it was the chase, it was playing nice through balls, it was the defense moving up and everyone moving together. So things that you have to be happy to see if you're Coach Blair.
Like you said, they've got a road game against Erie coming up here on Monday, right? And then and then back home to close out the season. You can't ask for much more than that. There's a couple of tough games in that stretch, but you're doing it on your home turf, and if you want to put yourself in great position as you head into the postseason, nothing more you can ask for than 3 straight home games to close it out.
And taking care of business, getting in, enjoy senior night in there. Nothing better than to go into that with an 8-game win streak and kind of. You started the year losing 3 games, then you went on a nice little run, then you had your loss, and then you got on a nice little run again. So, hopefully good things are to come from the Dragons, and hopefully, the girls team as well, that we'll get some action here with them, and they continue their push for a region, and then hopefully a District 10 championship as well. And homecoming week off to a good start.
Yeah, and I will be right back here tomorrow night with Cody Elms will be sitting next to me up here in the press box as the Dragon football team takes on General McLean for homecoming, and then next Tuesday back up at Warren Area High School as the volleyball team welcomes in Meadville for what should be another fantastic contest between those two teams as the Dragons look to keep their undefeated season alive. And then hopefully next week, Cody, you and I will be back here doing some soccer either Wednesday or Thursday night. We'll have to take a look at the schedule to see what works out best. But want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and stay tuned with us here on your daily local, the YDL Sports Network. more soccer, volleyball, football action coming at you all season long as we're getting ready to get into playoff mode ourselves here. So for Cody Bupp, this is Brian Hagberg on your daily local YDL Sports Network saying thank you so much for tuning in and good night from War Memorial Field.